I transmigrated into a villainous male supporting character in a tragic novel. The female CEO said she had found true love and would rather leave with nothing, live in a slum, and eat instant noodles than stay married to me. I quickly signed the divorce agreement, obtained all of the female CEO's assets, and pretended to be sad, saying, "I support you in your search for true love. Let me suffer the burden of living in a villa and driving a luxury car." I transmigrated into a villainous male supporting character in a tragic novel. When I woke up, I found myself at a banquet, looking at the intermingling shadows of people. It took me a long time to come to my senses. I sorted through the plot of the book. The original owner was called Gu Beichin. He and the female lead, Mo Ning, were childhood sweethearts. 2 years ago, he used unscrupulous means to force Mo Ning to marry him. From then on, Mo Ning hated him to the bone and often went on business trips and didn't come home. Later, Mo Ning met her true love. She would rather leave with nothing, live in a slum, and eat instant noodles than stay married to me. But I didn't agree and did all sorts of crazy things to hurt her beloved, committing all kinds of evil, and eventually died tragically in the street. The original owner was too stupid. Before the divorce, his wife didn't come home. He lived in a big villa, drove a luxury car, and received $1,000,000 a month for living expenses. After the divorce, he got his wife's billions in assets and skyrocketed. "Oh my, where can you find such a good thing? Thank you, my ancestral grave, for finally smoking." I turned my head and saw Mo Ning surrounded by a group of people. She was noble, beautiful, and exuded an intense aura of money. I like it so much. After the banquet, Mo Ning and I left together. In the quiet car, I lowered my head, happily counting the balance in my bank card. These living expenses had only started being paid 6 months ago, which meant that my account now had 6 million yuan. Although the original owner was born into a wealthy family, he couldn't compete with his 2 older brothers. He was a playboy and a wastrel, and the assets allocated to him were pitifully small. Mo Ning was indeed generous with her wealth. I bit my tie, afraid of laughing out loud. Suddenly, I heard a loud bang. I leaned out my head and saw a figure lying on the ground. Oh, I remember now. The female lead will meet the male lead, Song Jiyu. At this time, fall in love with him at first sight, and then be uncontrollably consumed by love. She would even give up her family's inheritance rights for Song Jiyu, becoming a penniless pauper. Honestly, I've seen women with love brains, but I've never seen a woman as love-brained as Mo Ning. Wang Baochuan would have to call her a grandmaster. The driver had already gotten out of the car in a panic. I turned my head and looked at Mo Ning, who was still resting with her eyes closed. "Aren't you going to go take a look?" Mo Ning opened her eyes. Her gaze was ice cold. My little heart trembled. This powerful aura was really more than an ordinary person could handle. Before I could say anything else, the driver ran over, saying that the person was seriously injured. Mo Ning instructed the driver to call 120 for an ambulance. According to the plot of the book, I would go to the hospital with her, and, noticing Mo Ning's feelings for Song Jiyu, I would start acting up, scheming to kill Song Jiyu. Luckily, I transmigrated early, and there was still time to fix everything. I said considerately, "Then you stay here and handle it. I'll just take a taxi back myself." Without waiting for her reply, I opened the car door and left. Mo Ning rarely stayed at home, even when she wasn't on business trips, since she owned dozens of properties. The next day, I didn't get up until noon. After eating 2 bowls of bird's nest to rinse my mouth, I started my luxurious lunch. In the afternoon, I went to the mall to shop. This card swipe hurts my heart, but luckily this month's living expenses are about to be issued. Although my current life is not bad, in the end I still have to look at Mo Ning's face. No, I have to go and check on the progress of Mo Ning and Song Jiyu's relationship, whether there are sparks flying and they're unable to extricate themselves. If not, I'll have to push them a little to speed up the divorce. When I arrived at the hospital, I stood at the door of the ward, and through a small crack, I saw Mo Ning pinching Song Jiyu's chin and forcing porridge into his mouth. I know that the reason for this scene is because Song Jiyu refuses to eat, so Mo Ning is forcing him. TSK, I wonder if I will be even more morally depraved than Mo Ning after my divorce and becoming a billionaire. Mo Ning let go, looking at the man sitting on the hospital bed. "Are you going to eat obediently by yourself? Or do you want me to continue feeding you?" Song Jiyu choked, his face flushed, and stubbornly turned his head away. This little look of his even made my heart ache for a few seconds. Not long after, Song Jiyu's chin was pinched by Mo Ning again. Their eyes met, and their gazes lingered, the air filled with the scent of dopamine. I was very satisfied, and quietly closed the door so as not to disturb them. In the evening, I received a call from Mo Ning. "Dad wants us to go home for dinner tonight." The home she was referring to was the Mo family's old residence. Okay, when I arrived at the Mo family's old residence, Mo Ning had not yet returned, so I sat in the living room, eating melon seeds and fruit. A series of footsteps sounded from the stairs. I looked up and saw Mo's mother. She wasn't Mo Ning's biological mother, but Mo's father's second wife. She came over and asked with a smile that hit a knife. "Beichin, has anyone been gossiping behind your back lately, saying you're a freeloader?" Mo's mother has always looked down on me for being a freeloader and would always make sarcastic remarks to me whenever she saw me. But I don't care at all. Being able to live off a woman is my skill. Not every man can even have that opportunity. I chuckled twice. It's fine. Being able to live off a woman is my good fortune. Mo's mother didn't expect me to react this way, her smile slightly stiffening. Because before, if she provoked him a little, the original owner would become embarrassed and angry and would repeatedly clarify that he wasn't living off a woman. I shrugged. She obviously didn't understand me. The current me doesn't seek a shred of true love, only wealth and glory. Not long after, Mo Ning returned with Mo's father. Dinner was also served in the kitchen. I looked at the dishes on the table. Australian air-shipped lobsters, Italian white albotruffles, caviar salad, etc. All high-end delicacies I had never eaten. I have to say, rich people really know how to enjoy themselves. This time, I'm going to eat back everything I haven't eaten before. I began to devour the food, even licking the plates clean. Mo Ning frowned slightly, obviously disgusted with my ravenous eating habits. I glanced at her. Disgusting, right? Good, that's the point. Don't fall in love with me. After Mo's father and mother finished eating, they went for a walk. I looked at Mo Ning's beautiful yet indifferent face. By the way, when will this month's living expenses be credited to my account? Mo Ning looked at me strangely. Because Gu Beichin used to be disdainful of money, only obsessed with love, and bringing up money was an insult to his love. The original owner was stupid, but I'm not. I love money, money loves me, and money comes from all directions. Mo Ning coldly said. Do you think I'm the kind of person who cares about this small amount of money? Go ask my secretary. I said, oh. Then I lowered my head and sent a WeChat message to Mo Ning's secretary. A few minutes later, I received a message on my phone that 1 million yuan had been deposited into my account. I smiled contentedly. After dinner, the family sat in the living room. Mo's father's words hinted that he wanted me and Mo Ning to have a child as soon as possible. Mo Ning didn't answer. I, on the other hand, nodded in agreement, putting on an extraordinary performance, and smiled. Ning and I will work hard. Mo Ning seemed disgusted by me again and glared at me fiercely. Mo's father asked us to stay the night. Actually, he knew that Mo Ning often didn't come home, so he was deliberately creating an opportunity for us to make a baby. Making a baby is one thing, but I didn't want to create a disaster. When only the two of us were left in the living room, Mo Ning coldly said to me, Gu Beichin, I will never have a child with you. Stop dreaming. I immediately raised 4 fingers and swore, don't worry, I have absolutely no ulterior motives towards you. Of course, she didn't believe me and went upstairs. Half an hour later, I came out of the shower and saw Mo Ning on a video call. Ning, your father contacted me last night and said he'd give me 80 million to leave you. Song Jiu closed his eyes, his voice low and sad. Your father is too humiliating. Mo Ning was furious. My father is too much. Hearing this, my eyes lit up, and then I raised my hand and wiped my drool. 80 million. I was so envious. Could he humiliate me too? Then I comforted myself. It's okay. After the divorce, all the female lead's assets will be mine. At this moment, I couldn't even imagine how lively and cheerful I would be on the day of the divorce. The next morning, I was called out by Mo's father to exercise. I was too lazy to get up early, but I had slept on the sofa all night, so my back and waist were indeed aching. After I finished a set of calisthenics, Mo's father got to the point. He said that Mo Ning had been getting close to a man recently and asked me to pay attention. Because he couldn't get Song Jiu to leave with money, and he didn't want to use harsh means to avoid damaging his father-daughter relationship with Mo Ning, he hinted that I should find a way to break them up. My goodness, who am I to break them up? This novel is a Nia one, but I'm the one getting abused. The male and female leads will eventually have a happy ending. On the surface, I solemnly nodded in agreement, but inside I was eager for this green hat to be firmly placed on my head. Green? What a vibrant color. Mo Ning didn't come back for lunch. Mo's father even made a special call to ask me to deliver chicken soup to Mo Ning's company. I had no choice but to do so. So, I took the thermos and went to the company. When I pushed the door open, I saw Song Jiu standing in front of the desk, frowning and holding his hand. I remembered a scene in the book where I splashed hot water on him. Thinking of this, I had a bad feeling. I was about to leave when I saw Mo Ning quickly walk over and push me aside. Mo Ning saw Song Jiyu's red hand and anxiously asked, "What happened to your hand?" "It was burned." Mo Ning turned to look at me, her eyes wishing they could swallow me whole. "Gu Bei-chun, if you dare touch him again, I won't spare you." I was more wrong than Do-yi. It wasn't me. Before I could finish speaking, Mo Ning rushed in front of me and slapped me. "You were the only two in the office. If it wasn't you, who else could it be?" Damn it. Thinking about her entire fortune, I instantly felt relieved. Suffering now would pave the way to becoming rich. Mo Ning fiercely warned me. "If there's anything wrong with Jiyu's hand, I'll make you pay double." I was speechless. What could possibly go wrong? It's just a burn. Can't a grown man be a little less dramatic? "Shut up." As she spoke, Mo Ning was about to slap me again, but I instinctively backed away, dodging her hand. At the same time, someone grabbed her wrist. I turned my head and a beautiful face came into view. It was the second female lead of this novel, Mo Ning's half-sister, Mo Li. If Mo Ning was a smart and capable outstanding heir, then Mo Li was her opposite, a pampered heiress who only knew how to eat, drink, and have fun all day long. She and Mo Ning never got along. Their eyes met, sparking a silent battle. At this moment, Song Jiyu finally stepped forward and tugged Mo Ning's hand. "Ning, it was my fault that I got burned. It has nothing to do with Mr. Gu." I almost rolled my eyes to the back of my head. I finally understood what a male lead who couldn't speak up was like. I was the one who was hurt. Why didn't he explain earlier? I got slapped for nothing. It hurts like hell. Mo Ning didn't even look at me and left with Song Jiyu. Mo Li looked at me. "Aren't you going to chase after them?" Although I didn't have much contact with Mo Li, she had heard about my love-brain deeds. I walked to the French window, raised my head 45 degrees to look at the sky, and said sadly, "You see, I've given her my all, but she's heartless. Anyone would feel heartbroken. I'm tired. I don't want to love her anymore." The air suddenly became silent. I turned my head and saw her staring at me like she was eyeing prey. Crap. Could she have fallen for me? She must be so hungry. When Mo Ning returned to the office, I was gnawing on a chicken leg. To be honest, the ginseng chicken soup was really delicious. It was so fragrant and tasty. It was a waste to give it to Mo Ning. Mo Ning narrowed her eyes at me. "Who allowed you to eat in my office?" I was too lazy to respond to her. After licking the entire thermos clean, I stood up, ready to leave. "Stop!" Mo Ning called out to me. "Gu Bei-chun, I don't love you. This marriage was a mistake from the beginning. Let's get divorced." I held my wildly beating heart and thanked my ancestors 18 times. I asked somewhat perfunctorily, "Are you really going to divorce me?" Mo Ning pursed her lips and said, "Yes, forcing things will never end well. I have now found the person I truly love, and I want to spend the rest of my life with him." Seeing that I was silent, Mo Ning thought that I was reluctant to get a divorce and was about to speak again when she saw me hold out my hand to her. "What?" I said excitedly. "The divorce agreement." Mo Ning was stunned. Her delicate face showed a hint of confusion, but she didn't ask much and said, "I will have someone prepare the divorce agreement now." Before she could finish her sentence, a flustered voice interrupted. It's bad. The chairman's heart disease has flared up." I looked up and saw Mo's father slumped on the ground, his face full of pain. Mo Ning's expression changed, and she turned and rushed out. The smile on my face vanished instantly. My mood was like a roller coaster, with extreme ups and downs. Mo's father had a heart condition, and he must have been triggered by the news that Mo Ning wanted a divorce. After taking his medicine, he sat on the sofa, scolding Mo Ning with full vigor. "Do you even know what you're doing? You want a divorce for some man who just popped out of nowhere." Mo Ning's expression was tense. "Dad, you don't understand. He is the moon I look up to in my abyss." Mo's father was so angry that he picked up a glass from the table and smashed it on the floor. "Moo my ass." I quickly moved my position to avoid getting hurt by mistake. Mo Ning said that from the moment she was born, she had been groomed to be the family successor, without freedom, only restraints. If she could choose, she just wanted to be an ordinary person, free to do what she loved. I thought she was really talking without understanding the reality of things. Everyone envied her good fortune in being born into such a wealthy family, but she made it sound like she was suffering. Mo Ning looked at Mo's father, her eyes firm. "Dad, I've made up my mind. I'd rather leave with nothing than not get a divorce." I immediately found the words "leave with nothing" to be extremely pleasing to my ears. Mo's father was so angry he couldn't stand it, pointing at Mo Ning and shouting, "Get out of here!" Mo Ning pursed her red lips and turned to leave. I went up to Mo's father. Dad, calm down. Don't let it affect your health. Mo's father handed me a black card. Bachin, you've been wronged. If there's anything you like, go buy it. With tears streaming down my face, I took the card. Dad, I can't live without you. Can't live without your money. If I could get a few more of these black cards, not only would I put up with such a small grievance, I would even perform chest-breaking stones if they wanted me to. Although Mo's father strongly opposed Mo Ning's divorce from me, she still insisted on divorcing me to pursue her true love. Of course, I would fulfill her wishes. Let the wealth come more fiercely. But I didn't expect Song Ji-yu to ask me to meet. I'm just a minor male supporting character, easily killed by the male lead, so I refused to meet him. Song Ji-yu didn't give up, and he came to block me at my door. Upon seeing me, Song Ji-yu knelt down with a thud, looking at me with reddened eyes. I promise you, I'll break up with Ning. What the heck? I never asked you to break up with Mo Ning. I wish you two would be lovey-dovey and grow old together. Also, if Mo Ning sees him like this later, she'll think I did something to him. Get up first, Song Ji-yu stubbornly said. I won't get up unless you agree. Agree to what? I pray every day to be able to get a divorce as soon as possible and stay away from you guys. Speak of the devil. And there he is. I looked up and saw Mo Ning walking over with a gloomy expression. I immediately jumped back 10 meters. Then I touched my face. The slap I received yesterday still hurts. As expected, Mo Ning started berating me. Gu Beichin, what did you do to Ji-yu? This time, the male lead finally spoke up. Ning, I wanted to kneel myself. I want to beg Mr. Gu not to divorce you. I don't want you to suffer with me. Mo Ning leaned down and hugged Song Ji-yu. As long as I can be with you, I'm willing to endure any kind of hardship. My lips twitched. This line is so cliché. Song Ji-yu looked at Mo Ning, his eyes red-rimmed. Ning. Don't say any more. I've decided that you're the one for me in this life. Mo Ning interrupted him, stood up and looked at me, taking out a divorce agreement from her bag. Gu Beichin, let's go process the divorce now. As soon as she finished speaking, I had already opened the car door and was looking at her, urging, hurry up and let's go. Mo Ning was dumbfounded. The three of us arrived at the registry office together, and the staff looked at me with a rather sympathetic gaze. Which man would bring his wife's new lover to get a divorce certificate? Indeed, my situation should make me a billionaire. As Mo Ning had previously said, she gave me all her assets and left with nothing. She only had 200 yuan left in her pocket. I couldn't bear it, so I gave her another 10 yuan, pretending to be heartbroken as I said to her, I support you in finding true love. I'll bear the hardship of living in a villa and driving a luxury car. After saying that, I didn't care what her reaction was and strode forward. After getting in the car, I looked at the divorce certificate in my hand, tears welling up with excitement. It was not easy getting to this point. I took a picture and posted it on my WeChat Moments. The caption, my life is like walking on thin ice. Soon, people all commented in unison below calling me thin ice bro. It was all mockery. They even said I was the laughingstock of high society. To this, I didn't care. They simply don't understand the happiness of a single billionaire like me. After completing the divorce procedures, Mo Ning resigned from her position as president and moved to a rundown residential building to live with Song Ji-yu, working odd jobs and eating instant noodles every day. Honestly, Mo Ning's behavior is quite explosive even for the love brain world. Mo's father was very disappointed and even said harshly that she would see how long she could last without the Mo family. My marriage with Mo Ning was a commercial one, tied to many interests. Now that we're divorced, the Gu family is very unhappy with me. The original owner's parents and two older brothers have taken turns scolding me in the family group chat. They say that I was already useless, and now that Mo Ning has dumped me, I have no value, and told me to go beg her to get back together immediately. I was also very annoyed. The original owner had never felt any warmth from their family since childhood. It was all scheming and fighting over the family fortune. Gu's father and mother only knew to use the original owner as a tool. I simply removed them all from the group chat. Immediately after, my phone started vibrating. I casually blacklisted them. Now, my ears were finally at peace. I thought, thankfully they didn't know that Mo Ning had left with nothing, otherwise they would definitely come to my house to find me now. Thinking of this, I decided to go traveling. It would be very annoying if one day they received the news and came looking for money. I am a person of action. After doing some simple research, I immediately booked a plane ticket and flew to a small island overseas for a vacation. Sun, sand, and beautiful women everywhere. It's really awesome. Your brother, can finally say the hard times are over. Soon, I saw a familiar figure in the crowd. No way, I just ended a bad relationship with her sister, and now I'm about to start one with her younger sister. No, no. Emily saw me, took off her sunglasses, and walked towards me. Instead of begging my sister to remarry you, you ran off on vacation? Remarry? Laughable. Is the money in my account not more attractive? Or are the ladies here not beautiful enough? I pointed to the young ladies playing in the water on the beach ahead. This one, that one, and the one wearing the pink swimsuit. See them? They are all more beautiful and charming than your sister. Why would I be so foolish as to want to remarry her? Emily blinked. I thought you loved my sister very much. Let me correct you. I only loved her money. As for her person, I wouldn't even want her if she were given to me for free. I whistled at a young lady passing by and waved my hand, saying, I'm busy enjoying my life now. I don't have time for lovey-dovey stuff. As for your sister, I wish her 3 children in 3 years. Emily's gaze was full of scrutiny. I didn't care at all. The divorce was done, and I got the money. I didn't bother to pretend to be affectionate anymore. After a while, Emily asked again, I heard my sister gave you all her assets? I turned to look at Emily, my expression wary. Is she not only after my person, but now also after my money? I pretended to be nonchalant. That's right, but it's not much money. After all, Mo Ning's personal assets were like a drop in the bucket compared to the massive Mo family fortune. I changed the subject. Miss Mo, are you here on vacation as well? Emily smiled. Brother-in-law, you used to call me Lily. Ugh. I racked my brain and reviewed the plot of the book several times, but I couldn't remember any connection I had with Emily. Did I miss some part of the plot? Or did something go wrong with the story? This is my first time transmigrating into a book. I don't have any experience, and I'm not too sure about the rules. But her taste is a bit peculiar. Because Mo's father felt ashamed, he blocked the inside story of my divorce with Mo Ning. So, now everyone in the city is saying that I'm a discarded son-in-law of a wealthy family. Little do they know, I'm counting so much money every day that my hands are cramping, and I don't care about how people outside are judging me. You're not following me here, are you? Emily smiled languidly. This island is mine. I widened my eyes, looking at her in surprise. This island has restaurants, hotels, and all kinds of entertainment facilities. One can imagine how much profit it generates each year. It seems that Emily is not as idle as described in the book. She actually has a good business mind. I chuckled and leaned closer. Then you'll treat me to a meal? The thought that this island was hers and I could freeload in every direction made me feel like meeting her wasn't such a bad thing after all. Emily readily agreed and took me to the restaurant. After sitting down, I opened the menu. It was all in English. I knew every letter, but the combinations were unfamiliar. I glanced up at Emily, who was sitting opposite me. She was ordering elegantly. Although the original owner had a bad personality, he was a top student proficient in multiple languages. Afraid of giving myself away, I could only grit my teeth and order. A while later, all of Emily's dishes arrived. None of the food I ordered had come. I watched her cut a piece of steak and put it in her mouth, making me so hungry I frowned and said, this restaurant's efficiency isn't very good. I've been waiting a long time. I waved the waiter over. Why hasn't my order arrived yet? The waiter smiled. Sir, the 4 piano pieces you ordered have finished playing. I instantly felt so embarrassed I wanted to crawl into a hole. I gave Emily a dry laugh. I was afraid you'd be bored while eating, so I thought I'd order a few tunes to liven things up. They were quite pleasant. Emily didn't even bother exposing me. She instructed the waiter to bring another serving of everything she had ordered and pushed a bowl of creamy mushroom soup in front of me, telling me to have some soup to settle my stomach first. My favorable impression of her immediately increased a lot. She was much more sensible than her sister. While we were eating, a beautiful woman at the next table was repeatedly giving me the eye. I touched my short hair. Man, my charm is truly irresistible. Emily also noticed the flirting going on between me and the woman at the next table. So, under the table, she kicked my foot, signaling me to behave myself. After eating my fill, I went back to the hotel to sleep. In the middle of the night, I suddenly heard the doorbell. Thinking it was hotel staff, I went to open the door. As soon as the door opened, a figure rushed into my arms. Emily whined. It's thundering. I'm so scared. As soon as she said that, a clap of thunder sounded outside. Perfectly timed. I thought, you're so enthusiastic, I'm scared too. Emily looked up at me and said, can I sleep with you? My expression was a little unnatural. That doesn't seem right. Emily was like a cunning little fox. I couldn't quite figure out if she had some ulterior motive. It was okay to trick me emotionally, but not with my money. Emily had already let go of me and walked inside. You and my sister are divorced, so there's nothing wrong with it. As I closed the door, I casually asked, could it be that you like me? Mo Lee's expression froze, and she looked at me and said, "Are you only realizing that now, you fool?" She walked up to me, grabbed my ear and said, "Goop Bei-chun, listen carefully. That year, when you fell off the rockery and fainted, I was the one who sent you to the hospital, not Mo Ning." Hearing this, I remembered a plot point in the book that explained why Goop Bei-chun liked Mo Ning, because she had saved him when he was a teenager. It turned out that the person who saved him was Mo Lee. So she had liked the original owner since she was a teenager. But for so many years, the original owner's heart had been with Mo Ning. She could only hide her feelings until the original owner divorced, and then she made her move. I spent over half a month with Mo Lee on the island, and then we flew abroad to have fun, shopping, and enjoying delicious food together. We were like travel buddies. After this time together, our relationship progressed into one of boyfriend and girlfriend. Mo Lee's personality is completely different from Mo Ning's. She appears spoiled and willful on the surface, but is actually very understanding. I feel very relaxed when I'm with her. 3 months later, we returned to China. Mo Lee took me back to the Mo family, wanted to make our relationship public. As soon as we entered, we saw Mo Ning sitting on the living room sofa. She was wearing a women's suit, still refined and beautiful, with no hint of distress. I remembered the news I'd seen a few days ago, that Mo Ning had started her own company. The female lead is indeed the female lead. Even when conditions are difficult, she can still make a comeback. She's truly an unkillable cockroach. I believe that in the near future, she'll build a business empire of her own. Mo father, seeing that Mo Ning was determined to be with Song Jiu, reluctantly agreed. Mo Ning looked at our hands clasped together, her little face as black as charcoal. What is the meaning of this? I know that Mo Ning has always hated her stepmother. Mo Lee is Mo mother's daughter, and she also hates her, naturally including her in her sphere of dislike. The relationship between the two sisters is very bad. I said casually, "It's just what you see." Mo Ning said coldly, "Don't think I don't know you're with Mo Lee to take revenge on me." I held Mo Lee's hand, feeling her fingers stiffen. I immediately gripped them tighter and looked at Mo Ning, saying, "President Mo, you're really shameless. How did my hard-earned girlfriend become a tool for revenge against you? I'm with Mo Lee because I like her. It has nothing to do with you. Stop making up your own drama. Besides, we're divorced. You have no right to interfere in my private affairs." Mo Ning was stunned, a look of surprise flashing across her face, because I had never spoken to her in this tone before. In her mind, I should be kneeling on the ground begging her to get back together, not arguing with her for Mo Lee's sake. I secretly scoffed. The original owner had been too good to her, which is why she couldn't accept the current me. I ignored her and led Mo Lee towards the kitchen. I wanted to see what good food was for dinner tonight. Mo Lee asked me, "Do you really not like her anymore?" I could clearly feel her nervousness when she asked that. I touched her head and said gently, "The only person I like now is you. Don't worry about what she says." Mo Lee smiled shyly. Regarding my being with Mo Lee, Mo father surprisingly didn't object, and was even very happy, saying that the good fortune didn't flow to outsiders, and that after all the twists and turns I was still his son-in-law. I was very impressed with his strange train of thought. On the other hand, Mo mother, as always, looked down on me, feeling that I was taking advantage of her family, and directly told Mo Lee to break up with me. Of course, Mo Lee didn't agree, and she played her trump card, touching her stomach and saying that she was already pregnant with my child, and that it was impossible for her to separate from me. I was shocked. This was outrageous. I was still a virgin. Mo mother knew that her daughter was pregnant, and although she was extremely dissatisfied, she didn't dare to say anything more. Throughout the meal, Mo Ning's expression was quite unpleasant, as if I had cheated on her. I am very supportive of her being with Song Jiu. Now that I have a girlfriend, I don't expect her blessing, but she shouldn't look like she has constipation. It ruins my appetite. Father Mo is very happy to know he's going to be a grandfather, and he even asked me to go to work at the company starting tomorrow. I think it's not bad to find something to do, otherwise I'm just too bored. After dinner, Mo Lee and I left. Outside, Mo Ning stopped me, Gu Bei-chin. I swallowed. Could she be regretting it and want her property back? I slowly turned around and looked at her. "What's the matter?" "I want to talk to you alone." Before I could say anything, Mo Lee let go of my hand. "Then I'll go wait for you in the car." After Mo Lee walked away, Mo Ning asked, "Are you serious about Mo Lee?" I nodded. "I'm always very serious." Mo Ning sneered. "You are quite fast." I understand her meaning. She and Song Jiu are in a passionate love, but haven't even gotten married yet, while I divorced her not long ago and already have a child. I bit my tie, afraid that I would laugh out loud. Mo Ning's smile froze, and her gaze became a bit deep. Gu Bei-chun, you seem to have become a little different than before. I felt a little guilty and kicked a small stone next to my feet. What? Are you not used to me not pestering you? Mo Ning narrowed her eyes. You better have some self-awareness. Don't think about bothering me. Don't worry, you're a closed chapter for me. I looked at the time. It's getting late, I'll go first. Then I walked towards the car. After getting in the car, Mo Lee asked me, what did she say to you? I fastened my seatbelt, leaned over and kissed her. Nothing. She's just jealous of our relationship and made a few sarcastic remarks. Just ignore her. Back home, I suddenly looked at Mo Lee and asked, in a few months, if your belly doesn't show, won't the lie be exposed? Father Mo is easy to deal with, but Mother Mo is a bit tricky. Mo Lee smiled and hooked her arm around my neck. That's simple. We'll just make sure we have sex now, and that'll be settled. Then she tiptoed and kissed me. I quickly reacted and hugged her. 2 months later, Mo Lee and I held a grand wedding. The scene was very lively. Mo Ning looked at me, her expression unclear. I was too lazy to guess her thoughts. She and Song Jiu have to go through a series of twists and turns before they can achieve their goal. She's probably just envious that I remarried before her. Mo Lee secretly leaned into my ear and said, I'm pregnant. I excitedly picked her up. Finally, it's my turn to be a dad.